Hey everybody, this is the third part of solving rational equations. So don't forget all your lessons can be found at Mrmathblog.com, and then make sure you find the Algebra 1 link at the top. And then I have all of geometry and all of Algebra 2 as you guys progress through your math classes. All right, let's get started. So we'll solve the equation, check your solutions. Okay, so remember, we can't have 0 in the denominator. Let's factor this guy first. We'll GCF out an x. So we'll pull an x out and we'll be left with x times x plus 1. Okay? All right, so there's our common denominator, x times x plus 1. That x will be it'll be this part, and the x plus 1 will be this part. So we're going to multiply everything by x and x plus 1. Now, if we get x equals 0 or x equals negative 1, we got to toss those out. Remember that in the last two lessons? We can't have 0 in the denominator. So if x equals 0 or x equals negative 1, we got to toss those out. Those are called extraneous solutions. Okay, so the LCD is x times x plus 1. We're going to multiply everything by that. So there it is right there. Okay, so here, the x's cancel. We'll be left with 2x times x plus 1. Here, the x plus 1's cancel. We'll be left with 3 minus x times x. And then here, everything cancels. So we'll be left with negative 4. Okay, so there's that right there. And then we'll distribute this 2x through. So 2x squared plus 2x. We'll distribute this x through. So plus 3 minus x squared equals that negative 4 right there. Okay, does that make sense? Let's combine like terms. 2x squared minus x squared is 1x squared. Here's plus 5x right here, still equals that negative 4. Okay, now we'll put the negative 4 on the other side. Can you see it? So we just did plus 4 plus 4. All right, so factors of 4 that add to 5 are 4 times 1. So this factors to x plus 4, x plus 1. Okay, there it is right there. All right, so now we set the factors equal to 0. And when we set those factors equal to 0, we're going to go minus 1, minus 1, minus 4, minus 4, and we get x equals negative 1 or negative 4. Are any of those bad answers right there? Yes, this one right here, negative 1. We can't have negative 1 because it'll give us 0 in one of those fraction denominators right there. So we cross that one out and circle the other one, x equals negative 4. Okay, let's try another one here, you guys. Okay, here, got to factor this denominator right here. So x squared plus 5x plus 6. Factors of 6 that add to 5 are 2 and 3. So this factors to x plus 2, x plus 3. So the common denominator is x plus 5, x plus 3, x plus 2. 3 pieces. So we're going to multiply that by all those 3 pieces right there. Let me slide that over right there. Okay, so there we go. I did it in a smaller font right here. Okay, here the x plus 5's cancel, so we're going to have this times this here. Here the x plus 3's cancel, so we're going to have the negative 2 still times these two guys. Here the x plus 2 and the x plus 3's cancel, so we'll be left with 6 times x plus 5. Okay, all right, so there's all of that. Now we'll just let's FOIL this out right here. We're going to FOIL this out and FOIL this out. So x squared, we'll get plus 3x plus 2x is plus 5x, and then 2 times 3 is 6. Here, this is going to be x squared plus 2x plus 5x is plus 7x, and then plus 10. And then we'll put this through, 6x plus 30. Okay, with me? All right, now we'll distribute this 1 through. Well, you don't need to worry about that. It's just that. And then what we got to distribute this negative 2 through. Negative 2x squared, negative 14x minus 20. Okay, so there we go. We distributed. There's the 1 going through. There's the negative 2 going through. And then it equals that 6x plus 30. All right, let's combine like terms. X squared minus 2x squared is negative x squared. 5x minus 14x is negative 9x. Okay, and then plus 6 minus 20 is negative 14. Still equals 6x plus 30. All right, so now what I'm going to do is put the 6x. I subtracted 6x from this guy. Negative 9 minus 6 is negative 15. And we subtracted 30 from this guy. Negative 14 minus 30 is negative 44. Okay, and then now we're going to divide everything or multiply everything by negative 1. Just change the sign, change the sign, change the sign. I don't want negative x squared. I want it to be a positive x squared. But if I change this sign, I got to change this sign, and we actually, we multiplied 0 by -1 or divided it by -1, we still get 0. Okay, let's go back and carry this on the other side. All right, now we're going to factor that. Now, the reason why I left this problem up here, so we can't get -5, we can't get -3, and we can't get -2. So if we get any of those with these answers, we've got to get rid of them. Okay, factors of 44 are 11 times 4, and those are the pairs that adds to 15. So here, when we set this equal to 0, we get -11. When we set this equal to 0, we get -4. Those are both safe answers, so those are good. Okay, all right, if you're in my class, I'm going to give you those 3 problems. Make sure you check your answers, you guys. That's a great learning tool. Take care.